weather on the march in the east tonight, forcing thousands of flight delays and cancellations. In Washington, D.C., the government allowed federal workers to go home early today. D.C. under a tornado watch until mid-evening. The Storm Prediction Center warning of a widespread damaging wind event this evening. The line of storms on a track from Mississippi to Maine. Heavy rain, flash flooding, and large hail in the forecast. Airports, including Baltimore, Newark, and Philadelphia, experiencing ground stops tonight. All this being ushered in by a cold front as blistering heat brings continuing trouble across much of the rest of the country. Vaughn Hilliard is in Washington, where folks are bracing for a real storm threat. Vaughn?
That's right, Lester. Folks here in the region have not received a storm warning like this in more than a decade. A storm with potential derecho-like impact, lightning and gusty winds that's now descending right here onto the East Coast. Tonight, the summer of severe weather from coast to coast is raging on. Wild weather closing in, forecast to bring the strongest storms in a decade to the nation's capital, including damaging winds, tornadoes, heavy rain, and hail, forcing government buildings around Washington, D.C. to shut down, sending all federal employees home this afternoon. Ground stops at airports across the eastern seaboard, from Atlanta to D.C. to New York, as the FAA reroutes flights to avoid the storm, with more than 6,000 delays and 1,300 cancellations nationwide.
It's very frustrating, very, very frustrating. If I wasn't such a big girl, I'd actually cry.
It comes as 84 million from Tennessee to New York are under the threat of up to 75-mile-per-hour winds.
Looks like a bus is on its side.
Heavy rains are also being looked at as a potential cause of a deadly charter bus collision just outside Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, where 3 people were killed and dozens more were injured, including several children.
It had flipped, and everyone just kind of was going off to the side. It was intense.
The same storm system moving east hammered the Midwest over the weekend, a confirmed EF2 tornado with wind speeds as high as 135 miles per hour, reducing several homes in central Illinois to rubble. Now, a massive swath of the country is bracing for more. Vaughn Hilliard, NBC News, Washington.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking.
Shalom, give all praise, Yabashim, Shabashim, Rakakadash, honor ourselves as apostles, men in truth on down. Guard truth and knowledge of the Wadi Yabashim, Shabbat Spirit, all these apostles, men in truth on down, guard truth and knowledge. And call Yabashim, Shabashim, Rakakadash, give all praise, Yabashim, Shabashim, Rakakadash. Severe storms forces DC government buildings to shut down in DC. NBC report. So they left early because of the extreme strong winds and storms in DC. And various parts affected. Delays, cancellations, airport ground stops. Just wild, strong winds, hot weather, various types of forms of storms, man. Let's go to some scriptures real quick. He maketh the storm a calm, so the waves that are still. And that's relates to who controls the weather. The Lord, man. Matthew 8:23 to 27. And when he entered into a ship, his disciples followed him. Behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, which is a storm, insomuch that the ships were covered with waves, that he was asleep. And the disciples came into him and woke him, saying, Lord, shall us perish? We perish. And the disciples were scared, man. Relating to the tempest, the waves, the storm, and the sea. And he saith unto them, Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? And he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. Put that with the last scripture I read, I believe was Psalms 107. Rebuked the winds and the sea, and was a great calm. And men marvel, saying, what manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? So that goes to 107 and 29. Psalms 34 talk about also get it. The angels are camped around them that protect them. That's I believe this is in this chapter as well. So that's that form of hedge and protection. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and deliver them out of all their troubles. The Lord is nigh unto them that are a broken heart, which is mind, spirit, saith, and saveth such as of a contrite spirit. So pretty much a sincere, humble spirit, man. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord deliver him out of all of them. The afflictions goes to trials and tribulations of the righteous, man. And he keepeth all their bones, not one of them is broken, man. So that's that form of hedge and protection, man. Psalms 91 and say, let's read a few of them. He dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, that shall abide under the shadow of his Almighty. So, you know what that scripture talks about, the angels around them will camp about around them. That's that form of protection. And I will say of the Lord, he is the refuge and my fortress, my God, and I will trust. Surely, he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, which is the wicked, from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with the feathers, and under the wings thou shalt trust in his truth, and shall be the shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror at night, nor the arrow that fleeth during the day, nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 7. 1,000 fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right side, but it shall not come nigh. So some going to fall on this side, and some going to fall on the left side. That goes like what the scripture second entry talks about. They're going to be as dung, man, pretty much. It's bodies falling, man, dead bodies. 8. Only with thine eyes thou shalt behold and see the reward of the wicked, which is their judgment. That's the reward of the wicked. That's their recompense. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. And there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague which goes to Moran or pestilence come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee. So he's going to command the angels to protect, man, to keep thee in all thy ways. And they shall bear thee up in their hands, unless thou dash thy foot against a stone. And thou shalt tread upon a lion and an adder, and a young lion and a dragon shall be the trample under feet. I'll read the rest. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he have known my name. And that goes to knowing Yahweh Shem Shah. That name is important, man. He shall call upon me, and that goes to the name, and I will answer him, and I will with him in trouble, and I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and shew him my salvation. Acts 27 and 20, and when neither sun nor stars at many days appear. That goes to them signs. The sun shall be like black sackcloth. The moon shall lose its light. The stars shall fall like a constellation, the ultimate constellation. Those things are going to be called the missiles. They're going to be like constellations falling from the stars, man. And the earth moving like to and fro, like drunken, to and fro. And when neither the sun nor the stars in many days appear, and no small tempest lay on us, all hope that we should be saved away, then taken away, was then taken away. Let's read a few scriptures relating to storm. For our light affliction, which is the trials and tribulation, which is but for a moment, worketh for us as far more exceeding than eternal weight of glory. For our afflictions, sometimes it don't feel light, in certain situations it don't, Everybody has their levels, but it's only momentarily, only temporarily, compared to what's ahead, man. Let me get Isaiah 29, 2 and 6. Deuteronomy 31 and 6. Be strong and be of good courage. Fear not. For the Lord gives us not the spirit of fear, but a power of love and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1 and 7. Be strong and be of a good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For the Lord thy God, it is that doth go with thee. He will not fail thee nor forsake thee, man. Nahum, the Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble. The day of trouble is at nigh at hand. It's coming. They're talking more about relating to Revelations 13. A few videos talking about, one was talking about relating to a certain device that's going to be eventually aggressively mandatory, relating to Revelations. They were talking about that, saying 2,000 credits. It's one of the Men in the Truth's video. That's coming close, man. The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble. Stronghold goes to the hedge and protection, man. And he knoweth them that trust in him. That's that faith, man. Let me get Psalms 34, when I quote it. The angel of the Lord is in camp, which means pretty much surround, around those who fear him and deliver them. So that's that form of protection, man. Psalms 34 and 7. Isaiah 29 and 6. I'm going to get NIV. I'm going to get GNT for this one. Thou shalt be visited, Lord of hosts, which is army, with thunder, loud noise, goes to the loud noise, with earthquakes. You see in that. Turkey had earthquakes and various other countries, and even countries all over the world. Great noise, with storms, the tempest, the winds, storms, flames of devouring fire, wildfires, also extreme heat conditions, high heat index. So a variety of different things, man, that the Lord is known by the judgment he executes. So, that's Psalms 9 and 16, man. He's angry at the wicked every day, Psalm 7 and 11, man. So he's angry at the wicked because of the condition of the society, the way it's being run, operated, and what's being the level of iniquity and wickedness on earth. So the Lord is angry. So part of his anger is sending these different elements upon the earth, man. The Lord begins to the Lord is going to begins to visit the earth which he has made, man. So that's how he's visiting, man. Let me get it from GNT. Let me get the GNT. See what that says. The Lord Almighty will rescue you with violent thunderstorms, earthquakes. He will send windstorms. It goes to the tempest, and raging fires, which is wildfires. So the Lord is sending the windstorms. He's sending earthquakes. He's sending thunderstorms. It goes also loud noises, tornadoes, hurricanes. We in hurricane season. Different elements that the Lord is using to send on earth, man. These winds, strong winds, man, which is affecting pretty much operations in society, man. You had strong enough winds where they had to shut down the operation relating to governmental operations in D.C., man. NIV. The Lord Almighty will come with a thunder and earthquakes, great noise that goes with the thunder, thunderstorms, lightning, different things, hurricanes, windstorms, things that can make extreme noises, the windstorms, the tempest, which is the winds, the flames of devouring fire. The Lord armies will punish you with thunder. This is NSA, which is the New Amplified Standard Bible, man. From the Lord of armies, which is the host, you will be punished with thunder and earthquakes, loud noises, goes to the thunder, with whirlwinds, which is another form of wind, and the tempest, and the flame of consuming fire. The Lord is a consuming fire, as Scripture says, man, in Hebrews. So the Lord is beginning to visit what? The earth in the world which he has made, man. Measure thy time diligently in itself, man. By using a certain instrument or tool to correlate that with the scriptures, man. High time to wake out of sleep, because our salvation may be what? Nearer than we believe. Romans 13 and 11. So things are coming closer and closer, little by little. This was just a few scriptures. I hope it helps. All praise Yahweh Shem Yoshua Shem Rakakada Zayah Wolf Shalom.